They're not a boy band.
They are a boy band.
They play instruments.
Yeah, but they sing.
Like-
They're a band and they're boys. I think it's a boy band.
Black Sabbath, are they a boy band?
They're a boy band.
Well, then my list completely changes.
They're a boy band.
Hey guys, I'm Jack O'Shea.
And I'm Michaela Pascal.
And this is Who's on Top, the show where we rank our top 5 favorite things about an exciting topic, and then you tell us who made the best list, or
Who's on top?
brought to you by Ranker. Today we're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite boy bands of all time.
Now there is already a list over at Ranker.com that covers this topic where tens of thousands of people have already voted on who their favorite boy band is, and throughout the episode we'll be comparing our answers to everyone else's.
But now, before we start, Michaela, how much do you think our ages will impact our lists?
Probably a decent amount.
Probably a decent amount, yeah.
We're just enough far apart that you were in a different era of boy bands than my era of boy bands when like in high school. You know?
I am a millennial and you are Gen Z.
I'm that like weird cusp.
No, you're Gen Z. You're a Zoomer.
I'm not a Zoomer
Every
though.
time you do anything where I'm like kind of a little bit annoyed at all, I say to myself, "F***ing Zoomers."
Yeah.
Millennials built this country and you
With
guys
your
are ruining
BuzzFeed
it.
Quizzes.
You guys are soft with our BuzzFeed quizzes.
And your don't talk to me before my coffee.
and our Ranker.coms. All right, well, let's start. Michaela, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is actually NSYNC, while this is actually Ranker's number 3. I thought I was a bigger fan than I am. I'm a big fan of NSYNC, but because I'm a little bit younger, I actually followed more of Justin Timberlake's career than NSYNC.
Were there any songs that NSYNC sang that you were like, wait, I thought that was just a JT song?
No, I actually think I'm pretty good at differentiating them because I know Justin Timberlake's career. I'm a diehard Justin Timberlake, but NSYNC, I'm like, they got some hits. Those good kids over there.
I asked that because my number 5 is also NSYNC.
Okay.
Honestly, I was never an NSYNC fan, really. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys had sort of a Coke versus Pepsi thing going, and I was Coke, being Backstreet Boys, but I had to put them at number 5 just out of respect for like what they built, what they did.
It is respect.
Put some respect on their name.
Yeah.
But I was going through their songs, and I didn't realize Pop.
So good. I like wrote down a few songs for each band that I liked. I think that's my favorite song of theirs.
I remember being like 8 and just hearing Dirty Pop, bam.
So good.
Sick and tired of hearing all these people talk about. Dude, they're so good. Actually, they deserve number 5.
My number 4, even though I love them so much, I put Backstreet. I love Backstreet. I love Backstreet, but there was a few that I think are a little more near and dear to my heart.
All right, I'm happy you put Backstreet Boys ahead of NSYNC very generously, but this actually kind of floored me a little bit. It's like with Michael Jordan and LeBron James. It's okay if you put Michael Jordan at number 2. Like, okay, we can have that debate, but nobody puts Michael Jordan at 4.
Some that are more near and dear to my heart.
This is already making me a little bit concerned representing the millennials.
Well, not to brag, but Backstreet Boys actually tweeted me one time.
Oh, did you meet them one time?
I did meet them, but they also tweeted me before that. They were like, "Welcome to the Backstreet Army, Michaela."
Does the BTS Army, do they know that they're just totally ripping off Backstreet Boys?
Right.
And I mean, to be fair, the Backstreet Boys Army was sort of ripping off like the US Army and just the concept of an army.
Well, maybe if the armed forces made some bangers, we would put some respect on that.
Dude, they do. They know how to play those horns.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Every now and then you'll hear
You
like...
hear the bugle and you're like, this is good.
Okay, so for my number 4, I'm actually going with sort of a Gen Z band. And I actually don't think that they were ranked on the Ranker.com list, The Wanted.
Ooh, okay, so funny enough, The Wanted.
Don't tell me they tweeted you.
No, they had like a similar feud where it was like, who's better? But obviously One Direction ate them up.
I remember the end of my senior year, that's when The Wanted like came about. And they had a song called Heart Vacancy that I still know every word of. I feel your heart cry for love, even now. Oh, and then there's part 2 where it's like, close the door, turn the key. And I remember just being like, turn the key. Yeah, that's good.
So my number 3 is actually 5 Seconds of Summer, which was not on the list. Why? They are absolutely fantastic.
Because they're not a boy band.
They are a boy
They
band.
play instruments.
Yeah, but they sing.
Like-
And they're a band and they're boys. I think it's a boy band.
Is Bon Jovi or U2, are they boy bands?
Yes.
Black Sabbath, are they a boy band?
They're a boy band.
Well, then my list completely changes.
They're a
because
boy band because they started with like the young teeny bopper thing, you know, making like pop rock. It was great. I've seen them 9 times.
I still don't think that they're a boy band, but their song Young Blood
Oh, so good.
rocks my socks.
Their stuff is also like timeless enough to where it's
I think
like,
it might be a little bold to say timeless.
it's timeless.
Just yet. There really hasn't been enough time for it to be like, it transcends generations. Although I guess technically it does. My number 3, another unranked band. Have you ever heard of LFO?
What do they sing?
They sing Yams. When you listen to them, you're like, wait a minute, I thought I was in my car. Turns out I'm in Jam City, USA.
Jam City, USA?
I'm in the capital of Jam State, not to be confused with Jelly State, totally unrelated.
Jam State, it's very different. They have free parking there.
They do, and no income tax, and it's a lot like Delaware. So LFO, they had 3 songs that I know every word to. One is Summer Girls.
Yeah, give me a little tune.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I'd take it if I had one wish. But she's been gone since that summer. It's a beautiful song about a guy who falls in love with a girl during the summer, a summer girl.
Yeah, I think I totally skipped that band. I have zero idea who they are.
Well, you know now, and you'll listen now.
Yes. Okay, so my number 2, the Jonas Brothers.
They also play instruments, right?
You know, Kevin plays the guitar, but then it's more like Nick and Joe are vocals.
They're good. They're good.
So good. I know I said Five Sauce is timeless, but Jonas Brothers are truly timeless. Ranker had Jonas Brothers at 9, so I think Jonas Brothers they need to be number freaking 2, like I said. And they were also like my first, I was like in 3rd grade and I was like, Joe's really cute. I'm a Joe girl. You know, that was like my first where I was like, I have feelings for these boys who can sing.
For these boys.
So that was like my first like boy band experience.
Okay, so my number 2 is One Direction, 1D, which is actually number 4 on Ranker.com. Now, they are a band for the Gen Zers.
They really are.
They really are, but they're really good. They are very good.
Thank you for not ripping on
When
them.
I was cleaning pools, it was when What Makes You Beautiful came out. That song has absolutely no business having the drum track it has. Like, it's just like, I just remember literally driving in a van to different pools to clean, and that song would come on, and we would turn it up. And I figure right now this actually probably just goes right into yours, because I assume, who is your number 1?
One Direction. I love One Direction. Even though I've seen Five Sauce 9 times, I've seen One Direction 8 times. The only reason it's less is because Five Sauce opened for One Direction. So I counted it.
Oh, so Five Sauce, before you get so cocky.
I paid more for One Direction.
She went to a One Direction concert, and how many times were they the opener?
All 8 times.
All 8 times?
Yeah.
Was it one tour?
I went to 2 tours, I think.
And you went to 4 shows per tour?
Yeah. We would come to LA and I would do like all 4 nights. And it was great. I had an outfit for every night and I cried every time. And I was like 13 with a sign that was like, I want you to rock me. And I had no business at that age carrying a sign that said, I want you to rock me.
You didn't really get what it meant?
I did, but I think I was a little sexually frustrated because I was like becoming a woman. And I was like, I will marry one of them. I'm pretty sure.
If you leave me for Harry Styles, I get it.
I wouldn't leave you for Harry Styles.
Why not?
I wouldn't.
He's amazing.
He is amazing, but I wouldn't do it. I just love him
I would
too
get
much.
it. My number 1, which is also the number 1 on Ranker.com, is the Backstreet Boys. Because Backstreet's back all right.
All right.
I think the Backstreet Boys were the ones who really started the 90s boy band craze, which if there wasn't that, I doubt K-pop would be happening right now.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Those were our favorite boy bands. If we missed any of your favorites, let us know in the comments.
And if you want to vote, go ahead over to the list over on Ranker.com and get all your favorites to the top.
And also in the comments, let us know who you think had the best list or
Who's on top?
who's on top.